Starting now. Hey, what's up? This is Brad Ritter. Got my boy Javier Mess on. What's up, Jav?
Happening, brother. Good to see you.
You too, man. All right, today's question from our tribe is a very relevant one, and that is how grit is relevant during the holidays.
Wow. Yeah, that's super important right there.
What you think, brother?
I mean, so my mind immediately goes to having grit in terms of anxiety, stress, depression, or fighting those things off. Because as we know, this time of the year is very stressful. You know, it's all covered up and decorated with pretty trees and lights and presents and this and that. But behind all of that, you find a lot of people missing relatives that may have passed, financial issues, unable to buy things that they want for their kids, or going into super deep debt to do so. So many different things, and so there's a lot of space for grit and resiliency there, because if we come into these holidays, we just kind of ass and face, for lack of a better term, what you're going to find is everything I just described. Expectations aren't going to be met. People will be disappointed. You will be disappointed with yourself and this and that. So I think there's growing grit in terms of accepting what you're capable of, what you're not capable of, your current situation, whatever it may be, family, financial, whatever it may be. Preparing for that is super important, man, so that you could go through these holidays and focus on what's really important, which is your family, which is, love, experiences over gifts, those type of things. So, I mean, that's just, I know that's a lot of words I just spit out, but that's, I think that's super important. And I got to be honest with you, man, the holidays are a source of stress for me because, as a man of faith, to me, Christmas isn't about gifts and all these things, which it's fine, but I feel like the real meaning of Christmas is lost in a commercial sense, so I get anxiety knowing that there's a lot of money being spent on things that'll probably be in the trash within 3 months. And there's a lot of time lost thinking about that, and there's disagreements with spouses, there's all kind of stuff, and there's unmet expectations from the kids, even though you had good intentions and you spent the money. So there's so much there, Brad. I mean, we could talk about this for hours.
Yeah, we really could.
What do you think?
That was great. Where my mind immediately went is it's the same for just about any holiday. We tend to lax on our baseline and on our standards, meaning, we might find ourselves sleeping in a lot longer than we normally do. There's usually good food abound, and we'll be thrown off our diets majorly. I just said the D word, didn't I? Diet. We'll be thrown off our nutrition program. I hate that word, diet.
We don't diet.
Thrown off our, we do. We don't diet. So it's a lifestyle. I'm not saying, don't indulge yourself, but keep it real, man. And don't just keep indulging day after day after day. If you got to go to, several different parties, or if your family celebrate several different times throughout the holidays, just be cognizant of it. Because time and time again, when I find myself falling down to that trap and, getting the meat sweats and all that good stuff, I start beating myself up, man. And I just feel lazy. I feel bad. I feel terrible. And why is that? Well, I'm not getting up early. I'm staying up late. I'm drinking way too much than I probably should. I'm eating terrible, and I'm not working out. Damn, that's a recipe for disaster right there, 100%. If left unchecked. So that'd be my advice, is just have fun, but everything in moderation.
Yeah. Everything in moderation on the things I was talking about too. And it's, I'm sure this will come out later on, our interview with Maddie yesterday. She was talking about, sorry, excuse me. She was talking about, when she's racing, how she gets through, hour by hour. She's an ultra athlete. So sometimes some of these races are 24 hours. And how she focuses on different things to get her through. But she also talked about, which is great, right? But she also talked about that one race when she quit, and within an hour. Like I guess that's the time frame that ultra marathons have. Like within an hour, there's an overwhelming sense of regret, and wishing they would have stayed in the game. And it's the same thing for us during the holidays, man. Like, you might get thrown off on your nutrition and be like, whatever, it's the holidays, I'm just gonna enjoy myself. And then January comes, and that quote unquote hour passes, right? Where you wish, like, man, I wish I would have stayed on my game. I wish I wouldn't have indulged so much. I wish I wouldn't have spent so much money.
I wish I would have spent more time with my kids,
more time with your kids,
just playing with their toys or whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
So it's very, there's a lot of parallels there, but that's why we do what we do, right? We train all the time. We train hard. Like you like to say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. It's the same thing with life, man. Not just physical feats or competitions or races or whatever. It's the same thing with your family life at home or your nutrition, everything, man.
Yep.
Stay ready, take a break, but bounce back and stay on course.
Yep. And depending on where you live, I mean, there's a real thing as seasonal depression. I live in Indiana and cold weather is getting ready to come. I just saw a week from today, I think the high is 7 degrees, going to feel like -2.
Yeah.
And that's tough when you're not able to get outside and you don't see the sun. But there's ways you can bring the outside indoors. Perhaps that's, buying a plant or, just putting on some sort of music or whatever. But, really take stock of that, because we're getting ready to hopefully celebrate an awesome year. And then we're moving into the next year, which means, do I even say it? Do I even say it, man? New Year's resolutions. Oh my
Yeah.
God. That's for another call, but that's all we got for you guys right now. So stay tuned, because we're going to do another one of these, and it's going to be around New Year's resolutions and what we think of those.
Yeah, like I love the New Year's resolutions, right? It's just another day, dude. It's just another week. I mean, the calendar may end, but it's
Why
just
wait,
another
dude?
day.
Why wait? Like, seriously, if you want to do it now, don't wait. Yeah.
Hey, and speaking of seasonal depression, we get it down here in Louisiana too. We just get depressed because it never stops being hot.
I think I'd
We
trade that, man.
We want some of that cold, dude. Mosquitoes.
It's funny. Well, it's perspective. Like, the people down south complain because it's too hot, and the people up north, like me, it's like, I'm sick of the cold, I'm moving south. So, we're creatures of comfort.
Yes, we are.
We are. That's what we talk about a lot, is just being too comfortable. And
yeah,
so
again,
there you go, man.
That's why we put ourselves through purposeful adversity, man, to grow grit. Do hard things on purpose, right?
There it is, brother.
Awesome, man.